Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning. Hey, welcome to Socialette. This is episode 120. This episode is brought to you by my free Facebook ads training, 5 simple steps to fast track your Facebook ads success. In the training, you'll discover the 5-step framework for running magnetic Facebook ads that ignite your reach, boost your audience, and generate customers or clients on autopilot. Head to stephtaylor.co/FB to register. Okay, so today's episode, we're looking at what's working in 2019, as well as some of the lessons that I learned in 2018, all about Facebook ads. Facebook ads are a pretty different game to what they were just a couple of years ago. Towards the end of 2018, they were probably the most expensive they've ever been, because there's just so much competition these days. And the way that it works, more competition drives up the price of advertising on Facebook. Here's a quick update on what's working in 2019, as well as a recap of what I learned in 2018. Let's start with the lessons learned. Firstly, I learned that chatbots aren't appropriate in all markets, and that Australians actually view them as a bit of a violation of their privacy. I found this one out the hard way when I actually had someone complain about the messages that I was sending them being an invasion of privacy. And I did a little bit more looking into it, and it seems to be pretty common that Australians don't enjoy getting chatbot messages. So if you're looking at using chatbots, maybe check how people in your market feel about them first, because the worst case scenario is that you damage your brand, and that is not something you want. The second thing I learned is that sometimes you just have to trust that Facebook knows what they're doing and relinquish a little bit of control. Facebook's optimization has got a lot more sophisticated, and a big lesson that I learned in 2018 was to actually broaden my targeting a tiny bit and allow Facebook to optimize for the right people, rather than trying to get so specific that I was taking all of that power away from them. The third thing I learned is that the power of social proof is real. The highest performing ad that we ran in 2018 was for a client, and the copy had a testimonial in it, plus the video was a video of some actual results that a student of theirs had achieved. The engagement and the number of people tagging their friends in the comments, it was unreal. And the campaign profitably converted cold audiences into a program that cost upwards of $500. So that's pretty good. With so many brands fighting for your attention on social media, being able to give concrete proof that what you do is the best, that's going to set you apart from everyone else. Okay, so what about 2019? What's working well right now? Firstly, treating your Facebook ads as one part of the bigger picture, not the whole picture. I've talked about the buyer journey a little bit on here before, but essentially it's that it takes someone at least a couple of touch points with your brand before they will hand over their hard-earned money. So the thing is, so many people will set up one standalone Facebook ad and they'll expect it to generate a bunch of sales, but it doesn't. Instead of doing this, think about where your ads fit in with the bigger picture. So deliver different ads to different people depending on which stage of the buyer journey they're at. For example, someone might come across your Instagram account and follow you, and they might genuinely be interested in what you're selling, but they don't buy from you right away. In this case, maybe you would choose to retarget these people with ads for your product, because you can actually retarget people who've viewed your Instagram profile. Or maybe you want to get them onto your email list, in which case you might deliver some lead ads to them. Secondly, Instagram stories ads. These have been working well for a while, and they're still working really well, but there's a catch. They work best when the creative is unique to the platform. So what I mean by this is if you create a video that's designed for Instagram stories, it's the right size, it's the right length, and it's eye-catching, that's going to perform a whole lot better than just simply ticking the Instagram stories placement box and letting Facebook copy across the image and the text from your ad. I've seen some pretty bad Instagram stories ads where it's just way too much text. The text has been cut off, and it's almost like, does that person even know that their ad is on Instagram stories? Anyway, so it's worth spending a little bit of time or outsourcing to get your videos looking really good for Instagram stories. The third thing that's working well is optimizing everything for mobile. This isn't specific to Facebook ads, but given that 95% of people access Facebook on a smartphone, it's pretty likely that someone clicking on your ad is going to be on their phone. And if your website's slow to load or it's not 110% mobile friendly, it's going to have a huge impact on your results. So ensure that the page you're sending people to is optimized for mobile. Number 4, retargeting. This isn't new, but given that the cost of running Facebook ads has increased so much, and retargeting typically produces cheaper results than ads to cold traffic, it's a good place to spend your budget. If someone comes to me and says that they have a tiny budget, like $5 a day or something, I'll almost always tell them to spend it on retargeting ads first. It's such a powerful way to convert those people who are already interested in your business. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Head to stephtaylor.co/FB to register for the free Facebook Ads Masterclass, 5 simple steps to fast track your Facebook ad success. Make sure you hit subscribe on this podcast so you don't miss any new episodes released every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you've got a couple of seconds to spare, I always love it if you would leave a rating and a review really quickly. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Catch you next time.